Goodluck Jonathan, a clear demonstration of democratic values, did not even wait for the final results to be announced. But he picked a phone, called his presumed winner, and congratulated him. Today, the rest is history. How has it been since the exit of Goodluck Jonathan from Aso Rock? Some are asking, is Nigeria better? Well, the list is a little bit controversial. And for me as a person, I wouldn't stick to my opinion. My opinion is, well, everybody should be allowed to go into the camp. But what happened? Instead of Goodluck Jonathan for the PDP, the one they call authentic PDP, it is rather the weaker faction of the PDP that the list of INEC seeks to recognize. What is the law saying? Well, I have a two account. Enquiry in the building. It's good to have you on the show this morning.
Yeah, good afternoon, Ambassador, and it's a wonderful time to come back and be here all over again for this wonderful program, Akwa Ibom Decide.
Okay, I have my very good friend and brother, Dr. David. Dr. David is from Kran.
Yeah.
You go to Kran, the electoral law today.
Yeah.
It's good to have you, my brother.
When you say, when I was invited to this program, it says politics today, I say, immediately, that's the first thing that ring in
You're
my
going to
mind.
see it live on the rent.
So it's good to be here, and I'm representing more than Kran, representing a lot of CSOs, the decisions quite on state.
Beautiful.
Yeah, I think Dr. David is the Executive Director of the Vital Partners for Development. He's the Director of Research and Documentation, Independent Electricity Consumers Forum, Director of Programs, Center for Human Rights and Accountability. That is the CRAN, you will just call it just
exactly.
now. And Public Relation Officer, Akwa Ibom Human Rights Community, AKHRC, and a public affairs analyst. Dr. David, I welcome you once again to Akwa Ibom Decide.
Thank you so much.
That is quite an intimidating regimen.
Well, you cannot intimidate Ambassador.
Okay, gentlemen, those listening in, just get straight up to your radio set and get glued to it, because it's going to go down well this evening, or this afternoon rather. Well, this program is open to every political party. We are apolitical, and of course, what that means is that all of us here, none of us here is a member of any political party, including myself.
Absolutely.
I resigned from everything political party last year, and because I feel I should go to my chosen profession, which is broadcast journalism, so that nobody will tie me to any string at all. For this very purpose, we got to be very, very objective. So you listening in, you call in and make your contribution where necessary, so that we can push forward. And of course, this program will engage all the political parties, all the candidates of all the political parties. We will speak on national political issues, and of course local and international as well. So welcome to the all-important game show on political issues, right here, 96.5 FM, Memories. And of course, it's been on and on and on and on. And of course, we want to dig deep. 19 candidates. Let's go there.
Yeah, I don't. I think it is number one. We need to understand it is the right thing for INEC to do, following what the Constitution has said, and Based on that, we have seen them come out with virtually everything that is meant to come out. But Dr. David, I would like to ask you, looking at the list, what comes into your mind first?
Wow, very interesting. Before now, I saw 22 political parties, approved by INEC, to contest election in 2027. But obviously, is glaring that they've selected, the parties that have submitted their presidential candidates are just 19. And out of this 19, we can see that Action Alliance has submitted Adeleke Rufai, and African Action Congress, AAC, have submitted Omoyele Sowore as their presidential candidate, and African Democratic Congress has submitted Atiku Abubakar as their candidate. Action Democratic Party, ADP, Abbas Liu is their candidate. All Progressive Congress, APC, has Bola Ahmed Tinubu as their candidate. Allied People's Movement, APM, Sheyi Makinde is their candidate. And All People's Party, DP, Yusuf Kabiru is their candidate. Then both party, BP, has Adenuga Sunday as a candidate. Then Democratic League of Africa, DLA, Meme Samuel is their candidate. Labour Party, LP, has Okekere Sunday Chibuzo as their candidate. Okereke Sunday Chibuzo as their candidate. Then National Democratic Congress, NDC, Peter Obi is their candidate. And National Democratic Party, NDP, Okorie Ada Elizabeth Frederick is their candidate. New Nigerian People's Party, NNPP, has Dikwa Suleiman as their Mohammed as their candidate. Then National Rescue Movement, NRM, has Okereke Esther as their candidate. Number 15, we have a People's Democratic Party, PDP, Senator Sunday Ono as their candidate. People's Redemption Party, PRP, Donald Duke of Cross River is their candidate. Social Democratic Party, SDP, has Debayo Ebenezer as their candidate. Then Young People's Progressive Party has Chuku Zugia as their candidate. Then finally, Zenith Labour Party, ZLP, has Wanyoma Daniel as their candidate. Wanyoma Daniel as their candidate. So, having seen all this, we now believe that we have real opposition that are ready to contest with APC, because before now we thought that they would not have any opposition party that is going to have a direct fight, with the ruling party, the APC. But we are so happy and excited to see this list. Just like the World Cup, the World Political Cup is ready now for us to play in Akwa Ibom State and in Nigeria generally. So that is my take for now. So we are excited to know that we have others competing with the ruling party.
Let's get to look at the legalese of the PDP. When the Supreme Court declared the two congresses or conventions null and void, we saw that the group that claimed to be authentic PDP went back to court. And of course, in order for them to doctrine of necessity of the party, they decided to put in place a caretaker committee, perhaps to see to it that this period does not pass them by. But it seems that Wike factions has an upper hand, and we've never heard Jonathan saying that is the candidate of the PDP. He has not spoken. He has not granted any interview in that direction. But we've been hearing spokespersons of the Turaki-led faction talking all the time that Jonathan is their presidential. When is this going to be solved? Because since this is preliminary, it is expected that anything can happen at the end of the day.
Well, you can see that in Nigeria, for us to have democracy, we have the institutions like INEC to be the umpire. We have the political parties. We also have the citizens who are supposed to vote. We also have the observers who are supposed to observe. It's a chain for us to have a democratic, elected governance in Nigeria or anywhere in the world. Now, for PDP as a whole, what has happened to PDP is a judicial rascality. In what we've called judicial rascality is that the judiciary have taken side, because we expect the judiciary to be unbiased, impartial, so that we can be able to know if this person is right or wrong. But because Wike as a person has built houses for judges, he has done so much for the judges, and of course he pays the pipers, dictates the tune. So this is what we expected to be. Before now, the Wike faction said they don't have presidential candidate, and now it's obvious that they have presented a presidential candidate. For me, I did not even expect Jonathan to emerge in any way, because we told him not to step out, he should remain in his place of honor. Now,
how about the speculation that even though it's not substantial yet, Jonathan himself at a point, I'm told his media person debunked that rumor that he was paid 500 billion to obstruct the South vote for Peter Obi.
Well, that is an allegation until it is proven. We cannot also join in that allegation. For now, what we have on any portal is what we are going to discuss with. Okay. Now, if we continue to wait for that allegation to be cleared, they will also clear us and we'll know. You know, we cannot join issues with anybody at this point. We allow them. We are not politicians. We are non-politicians. We have to maintain in our place of honor. If Jonathan has maintained his place of honor as a man of peace, globally known, he wouldn't have started by even picking a form or going into politics again. He could have remained where he was. Now, I said personally in one of the sister stations that this guy will be mocked, will be disgraced at the end of the day, and it's obvious that he will be disgraced at the end of the day. So for me, Jonathan should go home and rest and continue with his global peace movement that God has brought him into. Like you said, in 2015, he just looked at bloodshed everywhere in Nigeria. He didn't want blood in Nigeria. He came up and said he doesn't want the blood of any Nigerian to spill in the street for him to become the president. He called Buhari and said, I beg, even if they never announce me, come and take over. Now you be the winner. So he should maintain that place of honor as a ambassador of peace in Nigeria.
Well, I think to correct some things there, Jonathan never picked the form, you know, and I think the form was picked for him. But
why didn't he reject it?
Well,
he should have rejected the form.
Yes, why did
he should have come out plain and said, I don't want to be part of it.
And the wife also warned him.
Yes,
God.
The wife even one of the I think there was an event the wife attended. Yes. The wife said, "Come, I don't wish to go back to Asoro. That place is hell.
It's hell. Look at how fresh Jonathan is today.
Exactly.
He could have rejected the form. Whether it is A, B, C, bought it for him. He could have rejected the form. But be as it may, this is what has come out from INEC. Let's take this from INEC until tomorrow. If INEC decide to come up to upload his name and take this other senator out, then we'll also stand by what INEC is saying. Like we said, we are not supporting any of these 19 presidential candidates. We are discussing generally for the progress of Nigeria.
Okay. So, Doctor, before I let you go, sorry to a call, before I let you go on that Jonathan issue, what lies the hope of the Turaki-led faction right now, especially those who bought form for governorship, House of Representative, House of Assembly, and then Senate?
You know, a lot of people, like 64 countries came out from the last completed World Cup. All of them came to win the World Cup. So if England lose, US lose, Brazil, the most of the most powerful country, lose the World Cup, did they die in Canada or did they die in US? Wouldn't they go home? It's a game of sometimes you win, sometimes you lose. So if you are losing now, you go home and rest. And the money that was paid, people bought form, the money should be returned to those who bought the form. Because at this point, this PDP you are claiming that has power, their power was tested and they couldn't stand any challenge legally or structural wise or anyway. So the money should be returned. If you have bought form through that Turaki-led PDP, please return the money to the people that bought the form. Thank you.
Okay. Let me just stay with you on the PDP issue. Mbono recently came out with a public statement, and he quoted what happened in Rivers State in 2007 or so, where some other person was declared the winner, but Rotimi Amechi ultimately became the governor of the state. And they have gone to INEC and they said this process of giving parties code is not embedded in the constitution, and that they have submitted manually. Do you think they should go ahead with this, or is there any hope that you could see along the
way? He that goes to equity must go with clean hand.
Yeah.
I respect his person, my brother Comrade Mbono. Now you have to look at the constitution. look at INEC regulations, look at the electoral laws of 2026. This is INEC is doing what they're doing because the code issue is embedded in the INEC regulations. This is the way they're going in 2026. You have to agree, you cannot just use one law to assess a particular issue. Okay. Another person can use some other law that could be lesser or could be more technical to win that issue.
But you know that as Nigeria is, this matter can go to court and they say, look, the INEC code is not in the constitution. And what do we do?
I like the way you are going, but also remember the new electoral law states that the court has no business with internal party disagreement. Whatever you are doing in your party, don't bring it to the court.
Okay.
So if the code issue is INEC issue, they can take it to the court. If the code issue and is party issue, you know that the court will not give attention to such issue in the court.
Okay.
Okay. So this is the second edition of our Kwaibom Decides program 2020. It's 2027, but this is 2026. Typical. I don't know which doctor raised a very important and unique point.
Yeah.
That when you lose, go home.
Yeah.
But it's like a film. What you said, never say die. Politicians are so die-hearted. Politicians indulge in the winner takes it all. Politicians, even after elections, they are still in politics. For instance, I went to Abuja, I was surprised. It wasn't yet time for campaign. People were already hoisting billboards all over. And of course, you also see these areas, the sycophantic nature of politicians. They know that the leader is not doing well. They wish to suffer. Some voters will even collect a very meager amount of money.
Yeah.
I've seen people collecting 5,000, 2,000, 3,000 just to go and vote. Even though I know I will bring the INEC commissioner to speak on this, but Doctor, take us through. Perhaps is it that we are out of conscience? We do not really know what we're supposed to do as a citizen of this country, because the department of the citizens in Nigerian equation seems to be eroded, and we go for whatever. We go for pains. For instance, this administration told us that it's going to be like a 9-month pregnancy, and after delivery, here comes. But we've gone through 3 years. People are still complaining of hunger. People are complaining of electricity. Insecurity here and there. What should be the cardinal focus of any voter or electorate as this time around?
Before now, growing up as a child, I used to listen to the Brotherhood of the Cross and Star, Lumba. I'm not a member, but they used to say.
I used to go there to Ambo when I was at the University of Calabar to
okay, you are one of those people that used to eat fees. Now, Lumba said that if you don't come to the Brotherhood of the Cross and Star, leave them. They will get sick. If they don't get sick, something will happen to them. You see, the poverty level we are having or experiencing in Nigeria is intentional by our leaders. In demonology, one of the courses I have gone through in my life is look for the weakness of your opponent. What is his weakness? Is it food? Is it woman? Is it money? What is his weakness? Study him to know his weakness. So our leaders have studied the citizens. They know that one of the way we can use to deceive them every election cycle is poverty. So don't allow them to be rich. Don't intentionally. They will not come out to tell you. If you read the Mafia's Manager, it's also there. They will not tell you. They use this to seduce us, to make sure they seduce the citizen, not me, because I'm not part of it. Now,
well, you're a citizen.
I'm not a citizen, but I don't want to be induced.
Citizen with a different.
Of course. Now, there's so much poverty in Nigeria. So by the time they come and tell us with their sugar-coated tongue, and they will tell us, look, I'm going to do this. I'm going to build a hospital. I'm going to give you water supply. I'm going to give you electricity. At the end of the day, they will exchange that promise with 5,000. And a man who has not eaten from morning a graduate from any of this university in Nigeria, he has stayed home, no job, no nothing, and when you flatter 5,000 naira around his face, what do you think he would do? He's looking for the next meal. Or maybe the mother is crying, I've sent you to school, you've come back with nothing. He just want to impress the mother for that day, or the father for that day, or the girlfriend for that day. He just collected the 5,000 and just say, oh, see, today I don't make this reason with me. If I don't get today, I'll get that tomorrow. So this is what government has strategically, bring the citizens into it. The money that we generate in Nigeria is enough for every Nigerian to be liberated. Do you want to talk about Singapore, where they were before today? Do you want to talk about India, where they were before today? If we have the right leaders, nobody in Nigeria, including a Ibom, will look for a job less than 300,000 per month. Nobody. But what we have here, it is not utilized. Our money is stolen, corruption is on high rate, and no one seems to say anything. Go to NNPC, 210 trillion has gone. Go to the police, they have stolen so much. Go to Nigerian army, they've sold gun. I mean, there's a lot of value chain corruption in Nigeria. So if this money is properly utilized, just a few weeks ago, you can see what the pattern of 2026 budget looks like, and we are having some agencies that we funded without getting the real approval. They call it fake agencies.
Adeyemi has mentioned several people in the MDS.
Now, this is the kind of country. So if poverty now, Ministry of Poverty, let me call it Ministry of Poverty, has been institutionalized in Nigeria, there is no how we can come out from poverty. Does other countries experience poverty? Yes. Do they have plan to come out from it? Yes. Nigeria does not have any plan to come out from poverty. It's going to last for a very long time before we come out. So poverty is the reason why people are taking 5,000, why people are doing vote buying and vote selling. Even though we are advocating that there should be no vote buying, but the people say that if there is no vote seller, there will be no vote buying. So this is the problem we are having.
Your mic is
A little bit hot here in the building. Of course, Ministry of Poverty, we just want to eradicate it, and everybody believes that good leadership will definitely turn things around. Of course, let's get to scrutinize the candidates. Of course, social media is awash that the current president, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, no trace of primary school, no trace of secondary school, just BSc. And of course, we were even, what happened in 2023, it seems to be a lot of changes right there. Because I think in the court, he was able to slug it out of the court, and this time around he doesn't want to face anything like that. I don't know, does that qualify as him? Look at the qualification of Peter Obi, Atiku, they're all, and their vice presidential candidate, they all state their qualifications from primary school to up to university, but our president is only the university.
Well, it's a shame.
No longer accountant this time. It's a business administration.
You see, it's a shame that I am here as a Nigerian trying to defend what I don't know, in the sense that we expected that we have a constitution that's supposed to guide us in this country. Now, the qualification for election as a president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria are set out in section 131 of the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria 1999 as amended. A person is qualified for election to the office of president if he or she is 1. A citizen of Nigeria by birth. He has attained the age of 35 years. Is a member of a political party and is sponsored by that political party. 4. Has been educated up to at least school certificate level or its equivalent. Educated to at least school certificate level or its equivalent. The Constitution also explains what is meant by school certificate or its equivalent in section 318 which include a secondary school certificate or equivalent, primary 6 school leaving certificate plus relevant work experience. Other qualifications accepted by independent National Electoral Commission as equivalent under the Constitution. Now, what is the disqualification? A person is disqualified from contesting for president under section 137 if, among other things, the person has voluntarily acquired the citizenship of another country, has previously been elected president for 2 terms, is adjudged to be an unsound mind, is under the sentence of death or imprisonment imposed by a competent law, has been convicted, of an offense involving dishonesty or fraud within the period specified by the Constitution, is an undischarged bankrupt, is a member of secret society, he has presented a forged certificate to the Electoral Commission. This is one of the disqualifications. Now, let's go back. In summary of what I'm trying to present to you, sir, it's a shame that our leader, our own president, Nigerian president, we don't know his history, we don't know his primary school, we don't know his secondary school. Even if he has to write primary 6, he could have done it online before now. He has been the governor of Lagos State. He has been a senator in the Third Republic. He has been the governor of Lagos State. He has also been around. If he has started writing his primary 6 from that time till now, they could have given him 1. If he has started writing his WAEC online, do you know we have matured GCE, we have GCE, we have GCE. He could have written this before now. Now, how come every election cycle, it will be a thing of shame? Buhari came up the other election cycle. We asked of his own primary school certificate. He says in NDA. We went to NDA to look for his primary school certificate. They said, Batranchi, I know they hear English. So this is a shame. Now imagine a country that is ruling 220 million people. Your president does not have primary 6. If our children are listening to this, they will be discouraged from even attending primary school. They will be discouraged from attending secondary school. Why? Because they believe that education does not really matter.
They can come here to acquire, but the primary schools here are very beautiful.
They are beautiful and cheap. But what I'm trying to say is a discouragement to the younger generation.
I understand it.
So at this point, it is the right or is it the duty of INEC to say, since you don't have this, we will not qualify you. We will not allow you to contest election, because this is the prerequisite for contesting election by the Constitution. Let me allow to come to.
Yeah, Doctor, hold on there. And I mean, some people have said that Mr. President has got a higher qualification, and that higher qualification means he has
overwhelmed every other one.
Overwhelmed every other qualification.
How did he get it?
Is that not an agreement?
How did he get the higher qualification?
How did you go into the university without your?
Yeah, well, certainly that is it. But since he has presented, and
I think without speaking for him, there was a time he complained that when he was being hunted, and of course during that Deco period that he went on exile, they ransacked everything and then took away his certificate.
Yeah.
Okay, since they took his certificate, why not go to the school and do a swear and affidavit that I have been to this school? I went to primary school in Enquiry. Even if I've lost my primary 6 certificate, I can swear an affidavit that I was in that school in so year, in so time. Do you understand? And if you take that affidavit back to the Ministry of Education in Akwa State here, they might issue me something temporal. Might not be that original. Yeah. That is what happens to when you lose your certificate.
Doctor, I lost my primary school. All right.
Okay.
But I went back to sit for it.
You went back to sit for it.
Yes.
Because you wanted to present it to the public.
Exactly.
Now that is why I said that a person had enough time to go back and get his primary 6. What is wrong in going back to get your primary 6 and secondary school, rather than to him as our father to disgrace us every year election cycle in Nigeria? What do the international community view us as? Now you can see why poverty has become the headquarter in Nigeria. You can see the Ministry of Poverty has been created by him, because obviously you cannot wake up one day and bring your BSc, whether in accounting or public administration or what thing. The first thing the Constitution requires is primary 6 and secondary school. Forget that BSc. That BSc in Chicago. The war in Chicago have not ended yet. We are still fighting that war. If we are not even sure that Chicago is the one that released that qualification for him.
Yeah.
So what are we saying? We don't need your Chicago certificate. What we want is, which school did you attend in Nigeria? Or if you don't attend in Nigeria, in US where you grew up, bring the name. That's all. I don't know, this is a shame.
Let's get to Atiku.
Atiku.
Yeah.
Well, Atiku, you can see that obviously he has submitted all his documents. He has submitted the secondary school, primary school. He mentioned the name, the secondary school, the university he went to. You can see, including Peter Obi, you can see all of them have submitted their own, have uploaded their own. But you see, when you get to the column,
some are saying on social media, Peter Obi seems to be intelligent, but why did he back second class lower division?
We see whether the richest man in Nigeria today is obvious, Aliko Dangote. But have you checked his certificate? Let my people go. Education, examination is not the true test of education or knowledge. Examination. You can take first from JS1 to SS3, but where are you today? I have some of my friends when we were in school, they were first in class, but today some of them cannot pay house rent. It's not. So whether you have third class, whether you have let my people
provided you have
certificate. Now the constitution did not specify whether you have 6 credit or 5 credit or 5 pass or 5 F. If you have F into 9 places, bring it. If you have F in your primary school, bring it. Whatever thing you have, it was not specified. So these are the things. Let him bring it. It's a shame that as a country, Nigeria, as big as we are, we don't have a man that is leading us that has papers. It's a shame. I don't want to cry here, please.
Very soon we're going to open the phone line for you to be part of it. Don't forget that you can speak in English, you can speak your mother tongue, in fact even Swahili is accepted right here on the Hotline of Decide 2027. Like Dr. Ose, let my people go. I don't know what happened that Senator Rufai Hanga has decided to leave NDC. He just resigned this morning, and he has not given I went through his resignation. He said that for personal reason. You know, when politicians want to is addressed to the ward chairman of the NDC in his ward. When politicians want to resign, they say for personal reason. I don't know if you can put me through, doctor. Why is it always personal reason? Because it is, you're going into politics because of the people, and when you want to quit the stage, you said for personal reason.
Okay, let me start from this question. Let me ask you: did you become a journalist because someone sent you? Was it not for personal reason? Did Senator Rufai join NDC because someone sent him? It's because of personal reason. When he joined, he didn't apply to join. Now that he has left, he has to resign officially, and also said the same personal reason that brought me, the same personal reason that is taking me away. So we don't have issues with that. You see, we are free to join any association. At a point, if the ideologies of those association does not agree with our personality, we are free. Today you are a journalist, tomorrow you can decide not to be a journalist. You can become a pastor because you are very good in voicing. Only your voice can bring people, you know. Okay. You know.
When will our politicians contest, vie for any office for the sake of the people? Because this is one striking problem that seems to be clouded. I mean, it's disturbing that. I mean, this is, you talked about our economic woes. Nigeria borrowed World Bank money in the 80s,
in the 70s,
and you can imagine right now we are going back to the same World Bank, you know, to seek for funds. And of course, there's no structural implementation of how these funds is going to be expended and so on and so forth. You see, sometimes in our budget, as I speak with you, Doctor, I know you are quiet because you read why. I mean, budgeting for mosque, budgeting for traditional palaces, it's alarming, my dear. When did we get here? budget party that you mentioned. Let's get back there before we now fine tune and begin to pick calls.
All right, let's go back to 1974. Nigeria as a country borrowed United Kingdom money. The former Minister of Finance mentioned that, even showed us the signature he signed for Nigeria, 1974. And this is the same country. In 1981, we also borrowed. Now, this is the same country that is borrowing everywhere. Why? Because of selfishness, greediness. You have one microphone, you want 5 microphones. For what? You have SUV 1, you need 10. What are you doing with it? This is a sign of greediness. I'm just studying the lives of billionaires. There's a book I'm reading. You understand? Studying the life of billionaires. I discovered that billionaires are not selfish. Real billionaires that work for it, they don't need much car. One car is okay for them. Do you understand? Now, what am I trying to say here? In conclusion, why we are where we are is because our leaders will never, nobody will come and tell me, I'm going there to represent you. How? The first money they paid you, did you bring it to us? Is for you. So let Nigerians know, as we are preparing for 2027, don't allow anybody to deceive you. We are going to represent you. He's representing himself first, his wife, his children, his family. When they finish eating everything, that's when they will remember you. That's left over.
And they remember you with a bag of rice.
Very shameful. Palliative government. That is when they come with a bag of rice, bag of salt. Is what? How many people has 2 cups of rice sustained? How many people has 1 bag of rice sustained? How long can you eat that bag of rice?
In fact, there are those who are being advised by their doctors not to eat rice.
Like me. Do you understand? But that does not mean getting a manga fed.
You're eager to say something.
Yeah, I just wanted to take him back to the NDC issue. And, we heard this rumor that the party was
deregistered.
No, not just that. It was some kind of people were leaving, some big wigs were going to leave, and then we heard this man. I mean, what do you think are the chances of a party like that?
Senator Rufai Hanga.
Rufai Hanga. I mean, if the big wigs in the north are leaving, there must be that there is a reason behind that action. Do you think that the chances are becoming limited, or because of these actions, and that there could be other disgruntled elements, especially in the north? There could be a core reason for them taking that action.
Now, I don't have his phone number.
Okay.
I don't know him. So for me to speak for him will be inadequate.
No, I'm not just speaking to him. Speak
No.
for the,
But
situation.
let me clarify.
Okay.
Let me tell you what happened. There's been rumors that some governors receive money before they decamp and all this stuff. You also heard there's some rumors in the Senate that a certain amount of money was given for people to decamp, leave their political party to another one. This is a period of political strategy, and you heard President very well when the likes of Catholic bishops visited him, and what he said. And the aftermath of that visit, you listen to what Cardinal Nnyin On said, Onaiko rather.
Onaiko,
That the president wants to win by all means. All, underline the word, all means. So I don't know, Doctor, if you are drinking at the same cup.
Well, the point is, sometimes I love Bola Tinubu for his bold doggedness, status in life. He said, if you want a presidency, you have to wrestle with me. The power is not a la carte. You cannot just sit down. Now this is a race. 90 people want 1 cup. Like I said, this is an election, electioneering game. 19 people have come out, including him. They want the same seat that he is. So do you want him to sit down? He has put his strategy in place. He has put his men in place. And anybody that wants presidency must battle with him. He's the current champion. Just like the last World Cup we just played. You see what happens to the current champion? Everybody didn't support him. Even the children didn't support him. So it's just like that. Politics is like a game. So there is no how the whole world will want to come and support the current champion. Our president is the current champion. These 18 people that have come up from different zones, different countries, they've come to compete with our president. And obviously, I believe that he knows how to play his game. He might also come out as a victor at the end of the day.
Yeah.
But it's good we have a good context. Let people come. Now Nigeria is bleeding. This is what the Reverend Father said. When they asked him question, he couldn't answer. He said that hunger, no be to the hunger day. From the days of Jesus Christ till today, there has been hunger.
Doctor, was it the right thing for a president to say?
Do I need to teach you what to say?
No,
Hold on. Do I need to teach you what to say?
That's the fact, because even in terms of the number of people, he said he cannot control the bed rate, and that now he doesn't know the data. He doesn't have the data. If you don't have the data of Nigerian people, how are you going to dispense governance to them? If you cannot control, he said he cannot control poverty. If you cannot have a structure in place, the renewed hope that we all believe supposed to be a hope for everyone. If you don't have the structure to arrest poverty and other vices, other problems in the economy, how are we sure that we are in the right place?
Now, you have to understand how God creates humans. Humans were created with different tastes, different perception, different ideas, different thumbprints. You don't have my thumbprint. So I keep telling people, everyone's opinion matters. Everyone's opinion matters. Never you think I will speak the way you speak. Never you think that Otuekon here will speak the way I speak. Everybody have their own way of speaking. But at the end of the day, what do we achieve by what we have said? Now, Tinubu is a politician, a die-hard politician.
Yes.
He doesn't want you to take him off his seat. The cardinals went there, there are spiritual men who have gone there to consult him and say, this is the way Nigeria should go. That is their own perception. Tinubu responded based on his own perception. We cannot come and say that what Tinubu said was wrong. No, that is his opinion, and his opinion must be respected. That before the days of Jesus Christ, there was hunger. Him too that grew in Tinubu Square, he know how he grew up, and he has seen hunger too. Don't forget that even our governor here has said that everybody has gone through one challenge or the other, including you, including me, including Otuekon here, including everyone listening to us. We have gone through one challenges or the other. So Tinubu is actually speaking from his own perspective of how Nigeria should respond to it. Even if you bring the best presidential candidate in Nigeria, hunger and poverty will not end. Ask me why. Because it's a continuous process. It's a continuous process. Man's needs are unlimited. The means of satisfying them are actually limited. There is no how you end everybody's problem. The other day with this sanitation, we were on radio. You were dashing people money. People were still calling you. Were you able to satisfy everybody? No. I listened to you on that sanitation day. There's no how you can satisfy everyone's need. So allow Tinubu to be. For now, on that note, I said that for him, what he said, leave him. That's his opinion.
When I return from the break, I'll leave my analyst thinking. When are we going to elect people based on capacity, based on qualification? I'll be right back. Don't go away. 909. Those are the numbers to call and be part of the show.
Yeah.
It is Crime on the Side 2027. Please make your contribution very brief. Each caller has just 1 minute to make your contribution. Okay. Hello. Good morning.
Hello, Ambassador, good evening.
Good morning and good afternoon and good evening, whichever one you take it up, man.
Hello, Ambassador, now, wow.
Mm.
Thanks, Emmanuel from Siliboma.
Okay, Manuel from Silibom. Yes, you've listened to the program, yeah.
Good evening. I said, good evening.
Good evening, sir.
Yeah, I want to talk about that issue of president that you don't have
Oh.
the last election, everybody was talking about, even during former President Buhari, they was talking about it. After election, everything we all decided. My president was the governor. He was sitting senator. Who gave him the certificate that time? He didn't have the that become all those types like that because he become a president. After this election, everybody just said everything and everything was just there like that. But it's very, very shameful to us that either like that, we don't have all those qualifications. But you're going to read a professor. You need to start.
In fact, professors will be returning officers.
You see, it's shameful because it's been new. Because as I is for all now, okay, how can you don't have this qualification, but come and see the person that don't have that qualification, that qualification that you. It's very bad. Let our people sit down. You know, this former president said because you're not qualification is to be tried. That was very shameful because you want to shoot that you want qualification. How can the sitting government only have this certificate? What of the RPA and doctors and professor degree? And you only by this you come there on this. That is why it's very good that when you need in the office, you give the parents because of this.
Okay, thank you. Your time is up. Thank you. Doctor, you see, he has read something in Nigeria where they ask for a vacancy in any establishment, like in memories there, you must have your BSc, you go for interview. Politicians they go for interview and they eat the fattest salary. What's really going on? When will this table turn?
When you talk about politician, is a short term. So what we need to do in Nigeria is to overhaul our constitution. When you open the Nigerian constitution, you see we, the people of Nigeria. That word were you there? Was your father there? Who represented? We were not there. So let's overall.
You have a caller. Okay, you have a caller. Hello, good afternoon. Hello, good afternoon. You're there.
Network.
No, it's on. Hello? Sorry, you can call back. I can't hear you. All right, please go ahead, sir.
So we have to overhaul our constitution so that part of the qualification of the president should be changed from primary school to secondary school to at least a BSc or a Bachelor of Technology or a Bachelor of Arts or any other certificate from the university. Is too poor that we are still maintaining a constitution that was handed over to us, and we cannot by the military that we cannot change it that to reflect the mindset of the people and current reality.
Okay, I have a caller. Hello, good morning or good afternoon. I'm used to morning. Oh my goodness, I don't know what's going on with this line now. All right, okay. If it's going to go through this time around. Hello? Hello, yeah, better now. Can you hear me? Thank you. Thank you, sir.
What I'm trying to say concerning the certificate of president is that if the president can deliver the dividend of the I don't even think that the citizens will complain.
Okay.
So the most important thing is that The dividend of democracy need to be prioritized.
Is the dividend of democracy being delivered?
It is not delivered. So that is the reason some people need to. That is the reason people need to. They are complaining. But for me, certificate is not justifiable.
The president is constructing a Calabar Lagos coastal highway. The president is also the economy seems to have the stability in an naira to a dollar, you know, and we don't really have queues of petroleum product. And you say it's not delivering. What is it that? Okay, that you're talking the area of economy.
The area of this economy now, the common mass, the village is very struggling to survive.
Okay.
So I'm trying to look up to the dividend of democracy in all aspects of life. Somebody can have you can even be a professor at the end of the day, you don't have anything to offer. Right.
Okay. Okay, you heard when Dr. David was talking about skill acquisition, you know, ability for you to have the technical know-how, which of course is one aspect that will develop your senses to know what is good and what is bad. Thank you for calling. God bless you. Look it through the mindset of that caller. He said whether you have a degree or not, provided you deliver on dividend of democracy. And I did ask him, has he delivered? He said no. I tried to speak for the president. I said, this is what he has done. He said it's not enough.
He's a king, so maybe his lieutenant has advised him on what to do. So what we are trying to say, as we prepare to 2027, Nigeria is preparing, Nigeria is watching, international organizations are watching. What we are trying to say is, he is our father. He has brought shame to all of us in Nigeria. We are not talking because he is in APC or in any other party. As a person, you cannot tell me to come to Memories FM with BSc in mass communication, and the president of Nigeria does not have primary 6. He does not have. If he has, I can go get you. Do you understand? If he has, let him bring it. If you went to any secondary school anywhere, bring the papers. That's all what we are saying. You see, leading people, there are some people that are naturally talented with leadership skill. They might not go to school, but they have all the endowment of leadership from above and from God and from his associate. There's some people that learn, from the church. There's some people learn in their family, some learn in the street, some learn in the university. So we have different levels of education. Do you understand? So for him, he has learned, because over the years he has been able to behave like Jacob. Jacob has been able to survive in every situation. Imagine this same man with that primary 6 and secondary school working in Mobile. That was the height of deception. Now, if you've worked in Mobile, one of the international oil companies in the world, with that primary 6, with that secondary school, man, the guy tried. It not be small guy, but this
must be a miracle.
Must be a miracle working president. So for me, if he doesn't have what?
Okay, sorry, you have a call. Hello, good afternoon. Yeah, good afternoon.
This one sounds like a team voice and bring everybody there. I don't maybe I just joined the radio.
Okay, who is speaking, please?
This Apostle Tukutuko right in Atana.
Oh, okay, Apostle Tukutuko, you're on to Kwabum Decides. It's a political program to educate you and then help you in making sense of who you're going to vote in the next election. And of course, it was Dr. David has been talking. He says he's not happy that our president does not have primary 6 and WAEC, as the case may be, but he has a BSc, and that it must have been a miracle to have worked with mobile.
Okay, that is apart. We have the same issue in our nation, both in our state here. Please, I want to ask a question, please. Permit me.
Go ahead.
Your friend, please.
Yeah, 30 seconds.
We people from Akwa State have joined the APC party. Please, what is the project of the federal government in Akwa State? They can point a finger and say this is a project of a federal government.
Very soon I'll bring the PDP chapter chairman of Akwa Ibom to speak on that. Ours is not to speak of any party and what they have. The party will come here to defend what they're doing for the people. Thank you for asking that question. Doctor, do you have something to add?
Well, I want to sympathize with Akwa Ibomites and for this question to come from him on the 6th of June 2025. Our governor, move on from PDP to APC, and he formed what we call the United Akwa Ibom that we are enjoying today. Akwa Ibom United. And for me, as a man of peace that he is, I give it up to him. This is the only governor that have been able to reconcile with his past leaders. He has been able to reconcile with Godswill Akpabio.
Did he have any problem with Godswill?
No, he didn't have. His father had.
Okay.
His father, Odom Emmanuel, had. He has been able to reconcile.
Did they even tell you the problems?
No, he didn't need to tell us. We are the children here. We see our daddy and mommy fighting.
Their problem was AI.
Their problem was AI. So we don't need to see it. We all know that daddy and mommy had issues. And they were, because there was some noise inside the bedroom.
Exactly.
So he has been able to reconcile this man. And I want to tell you that, not prophetically, before 2027, the Odom Emmanuel will be also reconciled into APC. I'm not prophesying, but I know it's going to happen because he's working assiduously to bring him into the one family, the United Akwa Ibom that he's preaching. What we are trying to say is, most people in APC, before now, the original APC members, they have lost grip of APC. They're angry. That look at, we formed this party, we fought for it from ACN, and now we have been displaced. They are in IDP.
There's an open letter to the president, open letter to the governor, open letter to the Senate president.
They are now in political IDPs. We sympathize with them for getting themselves into that.
We'll invite any of them to come and talk to us right here.
Yes, they should come and talk to us, because right now there's a lot of issues that surround the APC and the former PDP men that join it, and we pray that what is happening even in the government house currently, because there's a lot of tension in government house right now. The governor is not trusting anybody. That's why even to appoint a head of a board heads, board chairman, board members, till now he has dissolved the board. For how many months now going? He has not made any appointment because he feels unsafe around these people. He came from the private sector angle to join politics. He felt that everybody would behave like the private sector man that he came from. But this is politics. He has to appoint people to fill the vacancy. This is how poverty could end in Akwa Ibom State. By the time you appoint A, B, C, D in Akwa Ibom State to occupy,
trickle effect.
Of course, there will be a trickle effect. These people will earn salary. At least their children too will go to where they lick ice cream, the choice or somewhere, and there will be trickle effect. They will be able to imagine all the boards in Akwa Ibom State. No chairman, no board member, no salary paid. Everything is just open, and it's bad for us as a people in Akwa Ibom.
What is embarking on empowerment?
Which empowerment? Let's start from there. That empowerment you are talking about, 31 billion naira. Who will come here to tell us that he has received? Last year, he gave people cars, vehicle, buses. Where are the buses running in Uyo today? Where are the generators today? Where are the sewing machines today? Even before we did 2026 budget, which I was privileged to be part of it, they told us that they don't need assessment from the communities, the 10 federal constituencies. They brought the report, they handed over to him. Does the budget and the implementation of 2026 reflect the needs of those people? It doesn't. It doesn't. Even right now, we had the first quarter budget review and evaluation. It is poor. The second quarter budget, the money that he received and the money he has spent, is that he has not shown us. Do you understand?
But just backed an award, double honor.
See, Ambassador, let me tell you the truth. You have people working with you. If you want to know, assess who you are, it's not you will ask. will ask the people working with you. So boy, these ambassadors again for offering women as a work in totality. Fine, these are the people. People have come to Akwa Ibom State to do baseline checking about poverty. People have come here. They've issued a report for the fact that others have also come, because if 6 is written to you, it's 9. If it's written to me, it's 6. If we turn W, it's E. If we turn it this way, it's 3. If we turn it this way, it's a different dimension. From their own perspective, they have seen that our governor is doing well. For us, he's also doing well. But he can do more. Let him employ. 3,000 teachers have not been employed. Till today, he's still on radio like this. Still on paper. Still on TV that he will employ. Do you understand? They conducted interview to employ people. 15,000 applied. 5,000 were promised to be employed. Till today, they've not employed. Teachers, 1,000, they've not been employed. So which kind of empowerment? We are looking for sustainable development and sustainable empowerment. Not to give somebody sewing machine and the person disappear with it. That is not sustainable. You cannot end poverty here. But when job is created, you employ someone who's a graduate. You know your graduate. Say 10,000 people last year. Do we have 10,000 jobs for them in Akwa Ibom State?
Do you believe in this submission?
Yeah, I think I do. I think the assessment.
Okay, if you're going to think the same, I would have to bring somebody that would debunk him.
Because why I say so is that Akwa Ibom State, since the governor came in, we had 73.5% multidimensionally poor Akwa Ibom people. That's the percentage of poverty. And it has not improved since then. So whatever has been done, I don't think it is giving us the right changes that we are looking for. So I stand with him. But again, we need to understand that the governor is still doing. Maybe the steps he has taken has not for now giving us the result we are looking for. We still need to give it some time and see whether the next 1 year, the next 2 years, the thing he did 1-2 years.
That's President Tinubu's philosophy.
Yeah, well, I think that is how living standard improves. You know, he's doing well to some certain extent. We still see some road being tarred, you know, into rural areas. Even tarring of roads, it creates a lot of how would I call it, multiply effect.
He has
People walk there.
He has done a whole lot of infrastructure.
Yes,
Is that what you mean?
Yeah, if you go down to, if you're not close to my village, I have a lot of my village boys who are working in the medical corridor.
I speak about the achievement of this government. He has done so well in several areas.
Yes, he has done. If you go there, I'm talking from my own community. So many young men are having 1 or 2 things to do there. In fact,
but you need to convince doctor in some of these things. Maybe not today, maybe after the program, because very soon we're going to crown him as the in-house analyst of this program.
Okay.
Yeah, so that tells you
the ambassador, before he convinced me. What I see, let me tell you.
What you see,
what you see is what I believe.
Exactly.
The Bible says that which we have seen, that which you have heard, that which you have handled, is the same thing we are handing over to you. You probably teachers 1,000 working there. That is what we are talking, and that is sustainable empowerment. He has done so much. But I am Oliver Twist of Akwa Ibom State asking for more. So there's nothing wrong asking for more.
Okay, we open the phone lines once again. Call us on 0803 085 7755 or 0809 066 6909. Those are the numbers to call. If you want to be part of this program, you can send me a text on my private line 080 252 91883. I take that again, 080 252 91883. That's the number. You can send me just SMS only, please, because you will not be able to reach me. Hello, good afternoon.
Afternoon, Emmanuel calling back.
Okay, Manuel.
Yeah, I want to talk about the issue of the doctor said, the issue of employment. Still, I'm going to try, but let the advising well. Not to say they are going to employ 5,000 workers as they say. Up to now, how many months that in the industry? If at all it was a private company that this was supposed to be given. Last time, it is like this, when to them time come, they employ those people. But after they didn't give them a appointment letter. Those people don't to work for 1 year. After they don't need to pay 1 year, those people have to go like that. Anything that our government says, everything is implemented immediately. And this one from the local government, our local government is people, we are not up to 1 billion, but I would also tell you how that money is going. Because not as you say in radio, so not make it without it, that you don't want to make it happy there, so everything, because as in government, they putting 1 billion in the local government. All the advertisements that are government, they put that, but that money is not going to local government yet. Let me cement what you say, so that today it was a pastor like something. That's my guess.
Okay, thank you. Your text is well taken care of. Don't worry, I'll bring maybe one of the spokespersons of His Excellency to come speak about it. But I know of the fact that since that portal was created, and of course the computer-based test was done, and of course the oral interview was equally conducted. They need to put pen and paper together and then employ the people. I think maybe they're trying to do that. I'll get to find out. But be that as it may, you are right, your own submission, that hasn't been done yet. I have another caller. Hello, good afternoon. Hello, good afternoon.
Hello.
Hello, good afternoon. Who am I speaking with and where you're calling from? Welcome to Akwa Ibom Beside 2027.
Happy New Month. Good afternoon.
Happy New Month. Why are you?
Fine. I'm Daniel. I come from here.
Daniel from Uyo, go ahead. What do you want? What's your contribution?
It's so ashamed. I just graduated from my reserve. I'm about to go to the school, and I'm so shocked that our president does not have the certificate of primary 6 and secondary school. I'm so shocked.
No, it didn't say he doesn't have. He said he has not seen it.
Where did he keep it? Where did he keep it?
I don't know. 2023, the case in the court, even right from time. You know, I was a State House correspondent when I was at Channels Television at Alausa. So I think the president did say that during his days in Nadeko and going on exile, he didn't come back to see his certificate anymore.
Okay. So I want to ask, all the money that you are borrowing, Nigeria is borrowing. Nigeria is not a borrowing country. How much have we been able to pay back?
Please ask Dr. David.
Okay. And I want to ask, the reason why the minors of schools appoint people is because it seems like everybody is like him. That's why I don't want to appoint people. You don't want to create jobs. That doctor said that Nigeria is I forgot how it put it,
Poverty capital.
Yes, poverty capital. They import poverty to Nigeria. They know that the poverty capital. May God bless that man. Thank you, sir.
Okay, Dr. Desai, God bless you. Thank you. Your time is up. Thank you. Yeah, answer him.
Well, I told you that it will be a thing of shame that our children will be asking this question. You know, the perception of children differs from our own. We will understand that he was in Nadeko, he ran away. But did the school also run away? The school he attended, did he also run away? Or the institution that No, I mean the secondary school. Did they collapse the secondary school too because of Nadeko? You see, like I said, that is a thing of shame. He is our father. He could have settled this matter before today. I didn't expect that he will also come to the media that at this point in 2026, preparing for 2027, that our own daddy and the national daddy does not have primary 6. And that child that called is not up to 14 years. Now he has heard this story now.
He said himself is struggling to make sure that he's going to school, but the president doesn't go.
He doesn't go. He's discouraging the young people. If you look at the way budgeting is done in education in Nigeria, United Nations said that 20%, 15 to 20% of the total national budget must be budgeted for education. But here we are, 5.6%, 6% of total national budget, which has not been even released. One thing is to do budget, another thing is to release what was budgeted for. So you can see that they don't have value for education. You can see why the ASUU strike is always a recurring issue in Nigeria, because our president did not even finish. I did not say let it not be heard from my mouth. They didn't go to primary school.
Doctor, you focus so much on the president. Why not talk about Peter Obi?
You know why I don't want to talk about Peter Obi? Before they will think that you are a Peter Obi person. This is our own president now. Peter Obi has qualification. He has presented it. It's obvious. Everybody has seen it.
People say he's the very active politician in Nigeria. He's found everywhere.
Well,
is that true?
Yes, he is found everywhere. But at the same time, nations, developed nations like Japan will not allow Peter Obi to be the president, because once he comes, nobody will buy Japan product again in Nigeria. So Japan is one of the enemies he has to fight with, not just our president. China will not want Peter Obi to be the president, because once he comes, no made in China will come here again. You have to manufacture everything here. So there are some countries
so
around.
For the fact that he's looking at moving from consumption to production,
yes,
that has made him not popular.
No, he is popular with that, but there are external influences that influence our national politics. These countries I've mentioned, let me mention those two, will not allow him to be president.
What about France?
Well, let's leave that France. I don't want to bring in France today. Let's leave it for another day. But these two countries will not allow him to be the president of Nigeria, which I have personally told him, Oga, you need to dialogue with these two countries and show him reason.
What of if the citizens want him?
If the citizens want him, fine. If the citizens want him, fine. He won in Lagos the other time. He won in so many other places in 2023. But we also believe that the citizens will vote for him, and if the vote will count, he might also win. What about Atiku? Atiku is from the north, who has broken our agreement between the north and the southern region. Since Peter Obi is from the south,
he said it's not in the constitution.
It's not in the constitution, but that is the gentleman agreement. That's part of the things I want our constitution to be reviewed. It was a gentleman agreement which must be respected. That is the same thing that produced him as the vice president, because they picked his president, his boss, from the south, and he came from the north. If not that that gentleman agreement was established then in PDP, he wouldn't have been the vice president to start with. So he has to respect that gentleman agreement. Now challenging it, that is why I said our constitution should be reviewed, and what should replace that should be, we should have the six regional, we have a 6 zone now, geopolitical zone in Nigeria. Let's rotate the presidency among the 6 geopolitical zones, not just north south, no, let's rotate it. Now it's southwest, next season northwest, next season south, next season north central, next season we come to southeast, so that the healing of the Biafran war, the civil war, can really take place, because it's not taking place. Everybody is afraid that Peter Obi is an Igbo man. He will come and divide Nigeria. That is one of the fears too, in case you don't know. That is one of the fears that we are having in Nigeria.
Is that fear authentic?
Well, you are not in the place of power. You are inside this studio now. There are people, there are mafians in the place of power. They take the decision, and that decision stands.
Okay, let's come down to Akwa Ibom. It seems that Governor Mbono will be coasting home to victory. From what we are seeing, we've not really seen any strong opposition in Akwa Ibom.
Well, when you say you don't have strong opposition, let's wait for INEC in Akwa Ibom to also release their list, in the governorship list in Akwa Ibom State, before we start talking that we don't have strong opposition. And if we don't have strong opposition, that is a wrong sign to our own democratic, establishment and continuity in democratic practices. If we don't have any strong opposition, you see, opposition makes the ruling party to bring out money. Let me tell you, if opposition no day, APC no bring out money, including Umoina. When we have opposition, that's when the other the APC
Does
said,
he need to bring out money?
okay, you want to hear from me? Don't worry, you won't hear from my mouth.
Okay, let's see. I've heard about Aparawa Michael Bush. I've heard about Right Honorable Michael Nnyin On, and one other person from weak faction of the PDP, like that. I forgot his name, but it's from the same local government with the governor. I don't know.
Well, for now, I want to say I will not say anything until we have the publication. Just like we've had this, you know,
And that's
from
why
the
we're talking
national.
about it.
Now we are talking about it because we have it in different local tabloids here and there. Let's come out and say this is our candidate for gubernatorial election come 2027 in Akwa Ibom. Then we are going to X-ray them and appraise them and check if they are fit enough to contest with the world power in Akwa Ibom State.
I hope certificate issue will not come back again.
No, how do I know? How do I know? Are you trying to speculate anything? No,
Okay.
we are not going to have that issue again. It has been sorted out in the Supreme Court. So I believe this time around. By the way, I want to believe that since every other governorship candidate have done 2 terms, let our own governor, our pastor Umo Obasieno, also go for a second term. And
Are you speaking the mind of Krant?
I'm not speaking for anybody. This is my opinion.
Okay.
This is my opinion. Since he has been our governor 4 years, and even though he has received 2.934 trillion in 38 months, and there are so many other visible things I wanted to see, he has also done so much. But we see need more, like I say, we are liver twisting in our Bible state.
We'll be right back.
All right, sir.
Who is contesting, who is not contesting, but he says INEC in our state published the list of candidates. Will definitely do justice to it. But for now, look at the national scale of our politics and our polity. Dr. David argued that His Excellency Bola Ahmed Tinubu is supposed to at least have something to present from primary to secondary before the BAC. And last election he was an accountant, but this time he's a businessman. Things keep changing like that in Nigeria, but be that as it may, he has the right to present whatever he has to do. Otoko, we are winding up and we are winding down. We are going.
Yeah.
Let's get how far you go, your summary of this edition.
I think it has been, and we have Dr. David, and so glad that he's here with us, and one of the best brains. I always believe that in Akwa Ibom we have just about the best brain. I think he said something like that when we were here with Professor Esu.
Yeah.
And I'm always glad to be with him and discuss with him because
Professor Esu is the ambassador of Akwa Ibom Decides. So when we need language in politics, we look for him.
Yeah.
And of course, when we need a social crusader, we go for Dr. David.
Yeah, I think that's it.
So today, from the chairman of the radio station, Dr. David has been selected as one of our in-house analysts. Can we do a round of applause for him on that? Now let me play the song for him.
Okay.
phases of the show. Ochoko, when are we coming back?
Yeah, Saturday we are going to be here back on Akwa Ibom beside 11 to 1 p.m.
2 hours solid. I hope Doctor will be able to see you know why the governorship election will come after the presidential election and the federal election. So we're waiting for them to publish the federal candidate, the Senate and the House of Representatives, so that we can also talk about it. But on Saturday we'll look in depth into how the stands of each of the political party, the zones of where Atiku can win, where Peter Obi can win, of course, where President Bola Tinubu can win. Those are the 3 solid candidates. Yeah. But even when we have 19 of them, we still expect some of them. I think is it 22 political party that is contesting?
Yes, 22, but 19 has 19 presidential candidates. Yeah. 22 is contesting,
but PDP Wike faction said they're not going to present presidential candidate.
It not shock you as it shocked me. Because I'm surprised that they finally presented a candidate.
What do you think the G100 will do? Bringing all the opposition political party together to present one candidate.
You know, politics is a game. It becomes interesting the more we finish the general game, the quarterfinal, the semi-finals, and the finals. So let me drop this before we go. A man dies when he keeps silence in the midst of tyranny. So let's use our voters card to vote, to say something. Your voters card is your voice. If you are listening to us, get your voters card ready, because come January 2027 we are going to vote for our president, our National Assembly members, and come I think February 2027 we are going to decide who is going to be our governor and House of Assembly members. Stay tuned, don't change the dial.
Join Ambassador SAMPSON on Memories 96.5 FM for a democratic convention that involves you.